Herkese merhaba. Ben Profesör Doktor Varol. Fırat Üniversitesi Teknoloji Fakültesi Yazılım Mühendisliği Bölüm Başkanıyım. Şu anda Amerika Birleşik Devletleri'nde bu kaydı yapıyorum. Doktor Serkan Varol'la birlikte Southeast Missouri State Üniversitesi'ne ziyarete gidiyoruz. Bugün 22 Mayıs 2019. Günlerden çarşamba. Bizim için önemli bir gün. Çünkü bugün bu üniversiteyle ilk görüşmemizi yapacağız ve SEMO diye kısaca adlandırılan bu üniversiteyle Fırat Üniversitesi arasında bir ikili anlaşma ön çalışmasını başlatmayı hedefliyoruz. Bunun sonucunda da uluslararası ortak lisans programını inşallah kısmet olursa ve her iki tarafın kurulları kabul ettiği takdirde bunu aynen Southeast State Üniversitesi ile yapmış olduğumuz çift diploma programı şeklinde devam ettireceğiz. Şimdi bu konuda Serkan Varol'un da görüşlerini almak istiyoruz.
Merhabalar, ben Serkan Varol. Burada Southeast Missouri State Üniversitesi'nde Endüstri Mühendisliği bölümünde yardımcı doçentim. Yaklaşık 2 sene önce buraya geldim. Böyle bir çalışma yapmaya karar verdik. Çünkü her iki üniversite adına da yararlı olacağını düşündük. Hem Fırat Üniversitesi'nin uluslararası görünürlüğünü arttırmak için hem de kendi bulunduğum üniversitenin endüstri mühendisliği bölümüne daha fazla öğrenci temin edebilmek için böyle bir çalışma içerisine girdik. Zaten bunun örneği vardı. Bu örnekten birazcık da yola çıktık. Southeast State Üniversitesi ile olan anlaşmadan da yola çıkarak benzer bir ilişkinin, benzer bir anlaşmanın her iki üniversite adına da yararlı olacağını düşündük. Ön görüşmeleri yapmıştım. Bundan yaklaşık 1,5-2 ay önce. Şimdi bu ön görüşmeleri daha detaylandırmak için başka bir toplantıya gidiyoruz. Bu toplantıda daha detaylı bir anlatım olacak, daha detaylı bir sunum olacak ve bu sunumdan sonra da yol haritamız daha belirgin bir hale gelecek.
Evet, Serkan'a teşekkür ediyorum. Gerçekten bu randevuların alınması ve bu ilişkiyi kuran Serkan Varol'dur ve kendisi büyük bir gayret gösterdi. Üniversitenin yetkili organlarıyla, yetkili kişileriyle görüşmeler yaptı. Fırat Üniversitesi'ni tanıttı ve tabii amacı kendisinin yetişmiş olduğu Elazığ'a ve ayrıca kampüsünde küçüklüğünün geçtiği Fırat Üniversitesi'ne katkı sağlamak. Bundan daha mutlu bir olay olabilir mi bizler için? Ve ümit ediyorum ki bu toplantı iyi sonuçlar verecek. Eğer kendileri bir sakınca görmezlerse toplantıyı da kayda almayı deneyeceğim. Şu anda sol tarafımızda üniversitenin bazı binalarını görüyorsunuz. Tarihi oldukça eski. Kampüse yaklaşıyoruz. Şu ileri noktadan itibaren sağ tarafta yerleşim yeri göreceğiz.
Sol hem sağ.
Sol tarafta üniversite. Sağ tarafta üniversiteye ait.
Şuralar üniversitenin binası.
Şu sol tarafta görmüş olduğunuz binalar da üniversiteye ait. Şurası sağ taraftaki binalar. Kampüsü oldukça büyük bir üniversite.
Ama asıl soldan başlıyor ve arkaya doğru gidiyor. Şimdi şu yeşilli karan görüyorsun ya, oradan başlıyor ve arkaya doğru gidecek.
Evet. 1873 kuruluş tarihi, evet, bir hayli fazla. Southeast State Üniversitesi'nden 6 yıl daha önce kurulmuş. Ki Southeast State Üniversitesi Texas bölgesinin en eski 3. üniversitesiymiş Serkan. Burası daha önce kurulmuş. Kampüs turumuza devam ediyoruz. Hedef noktaya doğru ilerliyoruz. South Campus diye şurada yazıları görüyorsunuz. Yaklaştırmaya çalışayım. Buralar gene üniversiteye ait değil mi?
Sol taraf üniversite.
Sol taraf
Sağ
üniversite.
tarafta ayrı bir yerleşim ama sol taraf
Asıl sol taraf değil mi?
üniversiteye ait.
Evet, şurada sol tarafta görmüş olduğunuz binalar. Üniversiteye ait binalar. International Village, Southeast Missouri State University. Administration Building. Administration Building karşıda ve şu anda park ettik.
The goal is to easily be able to get from here to your building, to
Yeah.
the students to move back and forth.
Yeah, I was gonna say, if there's an easy way to get here, it's close.
As the crow flies.
As the crow flies, but
Right.
So, first of all, I would like to thank to you to invite to me. Actually, my son did a connection with you to this presentation, and I am happy being here with you. First of all, I would like to give a brief information about my university because already we are doing a collaboration with Southeast State University in field of computer science. But our goal is to establish a bridge between your university and with, my university in field of industrial engineering. But first of all, I have to show you what we did until now. Then maybe you can imagine what is our goal and what is our project for that. I want to begin with the place of the Fırat University because Fırat University is not known well in the world. I mean, actually, it's a good background for Fırat University, but sometimes the Turkish people didn't know exactly where this university is located. As you see, here is the Turkey. I don't know whether or not some of you have been there or not. And here, Istanbul, and we are about 1,300 kilometers far from Istanbul. It means the Fırat University is located in eastern part of Turkey. Okay, this is the entrance of my university. Very green places, as you see from here. This is the general view of Fırat University. There are some other pictures and campus, and as you see, this is my college here, College of Technology. And then we have some other places. Actually, there are 3 different campuses, big campuses, and engineering we have 2 engineering colleges. One of them is called College of Technology, and the other is the College of Engineering. Okay, this is our rector, Professor Dr. Kurbetin Demirta, and we have 3 vice rectors. And now, these are the numbers about my university now. My university was founded in 1967 and located in Elazığ, Eastern Anatolia. We have 16 faculties, 2 vocational colleges, 1 state conservatory, 4 institutes, 4 graduate schools, and 9 vocational schools. And we have 1,945 academic staff at our university, and 1,600 administrative staff, and totally we have 48,000 students. As you see, this number is very huge in terms of the number of the students in Turkey too. Okay, this slide is very important because, as you know, US NIPS is a ranking association. According to this association, Fırat Üniversitesi is located in the world in the 409 rank, and in Turkey we are in the first 5th universities in terms of engineering. It means really our background in field of engineering is very strong comparing to other universities. If you know the numbers of the universities in Turkey, about 200 universities, more than 200 universities we have, and almost in every university we have engineering colleges or college of technologies, but we are in the 5th rank. Okay, this is the College of Technology where I am working. As you see in this picture, you see distinguished departments, and I am the chair of software engineering here. Actually, my background is mechanical engineering, but later I changed my way, and now I am serving for software engineering. And this is the digital forensics engineering, which was founded by me several years ago. This is the first and unique department at Fırat Üniversitesi.
What was the name of that department?
Digital forensics, cyber security.
Thank you.
And I want to give information about the collaboration, and therefore, sorry about that. First of all, I want to speak a little bit about computer science, where I am chairing. And here you see there are two engineering colleges. One of them is called College of Engineering, and the other is College of Technology. Under College of Technology, we have software engineering and digital forensics engineering. And under software engineering, we have again two streams. One of them is called software engineering in English. It means we are collaborating with StudentSuccess State University, and we have Turkish program too. And if we are sending our students to StudentSuccess State University, the students have two choices. One of them, they can continue with software engineering, either with digital forensics. They have these possibilities and opportunities.
Quick question.
Yes.
In this university, is it all English or is it Turkish and then they can do English too?
There are two streams. One of them, the students can continue with English, and the other with Turkish. I will give some numbers about them now.
So originally it's all Turkish.
Okay.
Yes, most departments are teaching in Turkish. Okay, this is my colleagues. We are working with them, very young people here. And we have, at my department, we have 3 professors, 4 associate professors and 1 assistant professor. These are our research assistants. And you know, there are 2 software engineering departments at our university. One of them is in the College of Technology and the other is in College of Engineering. But if we are training PhD students, I mean graduate students, then we are combining our force together. Therefore, these people are serving for our department for graduate study. Okay, this is another picture about the staff. Okay, what about software engineering? Actually, this department is a new department. And this department was established in 2009. We have already 52 PhD students and 90 master students abroad. I mean, not just from Turkey. There are many students from Middle East and from Far Eastern countries. Maybe you wonder about this number. This is only my department, and you see we have 1,244 undergraduate students. And this is the biggest, huge department at Fırat Üniversitesi. Okay, how is working this dual program? First of all, the students should learn English enough in order to follow all courses in English, and it's called preparatory class. And then 2 years they are taking courses in English at Fırat Üniversitesi, and then we are sending to StudentSuccess State University in order to be fulfill the requirement for getting the degree of Software Engineering. And as you see here, in 2017, 12 students graduated. In 2018, 9 students, and 2019, this year, we have about 10 students. But normally, at this university, we have more than 45 students now. They are waiting their turns to graduate.
So the English preparatory level.
At Fırat University, and they are taking English courses in order to follow the English courses. Otherwise, I mean, they have to pass the exam. Mm-hmm. And there are two types of the exam. One of them students can take directly from a foreign language school, and if they pass the exam, then they can come to our department. Otherwise, they have to repeat the courses.
What do the numbers mean? So it says 1 plus 2 plus 2. So
okay, it means 1 year at Fırat University for beginning preparatory school, and 2 years at Fırat University for first and second year.
Oh, I see. I see. So 1 year total of English preparatory.
Yes.
Okay, I understand. Thank you.
Okay, this is our first students arrived in the USA. As you see, I was there with my eldest son here because we don't leave our students alone and we are coming together. And then, this is another picture from the year of 2015. This is a group in front of the Coliseum of Southeast State Üniversitesi. And this is a commencement of Southeast State University, which was done in May 13. And our first graduate students was at this ceremony. And these are the pictures again from our graduates. And in May 2018, and then you see here some students could not finish at the spring semester, and they waited summer session, and then I was there for graduation again here. 3 of them graduated from master degree, and they have been accepted by a New Mexican State University like that for PhD. And there are other students who graduated from our universities. 4 of them are accepted by Ohio State University. Youngstown State University. I mean, our students are spread along the United States.
So once they come here, they stay here.
No, there's some of them,
well, some of them,
but most of them, yes, you're right.
And then for graduate work.
Okay, what about the diplomas? We are offering 2 diplomas. As you see here, this diploma was issued by Fırat University and in English, and then Fırat University offers in Turkish too. But on the other hand, Southeast State University offers different diploma for our students. It means our students can earn dual diploma from both sides. This is the advantage of the system. Okay, these are the numbers. Why I am giving these numbers? Because in future, if we are agreeing to collaborate, we will have the similar picture what we are seeing here, almost similar. Later, maybe 5 or 7 years later. Okay, at my department we have 918 software engineer daytime and 9 night education. It means we have 2 streams. And then software engineering, this is another field of the students coming to our department. And this is our dual program with Southeast State University. Already we have 109 students at Fırat University and more than 45 students in the United States. And total number 1,389.
Could you stay there for a second? What is UOLP again?
This is dual, it means dual diploma program.
Dual diploma?
Dual, yes.
So those are the Sam Houston students?
No, these, yes, they will come to here. But now they are taking courses in Turkey.
Oh, okay. They're currently in
Yeah,
Turkey,
currently,
and you're
yes.
tracking them as well.
Yes, but already we have about 45 students here.
And are those 45 in that 109?
No,
No.
this is extra. This is the students who are in Turkey now.
Only in Turkey.
So once they complete the first 2 years, those 109 students will come to the United States to complete their third and the fourth year.
And is Sam Houston the current only partner for that program?
Yes, only partner for this program. Yes. Okay, we have foreign students too. It means we don't send only Turkish students here. We have students from African countries, from Asia, Far East, etc. It means, as you see here, already we have 33 students in our normal Turkish program, and then we have 12 students at dual program, and totally we have 101 students in our department only. Okay, these are some pictures again from my students. And this is very important. I want to explain about this issue. You know, everything is controlled in Turkey by Higher Education Council of Turkey. It means you are not allowed doing without any permission of this council. And the Higher Education Council of Turkey selected our department, I mean Fırat Üniversitesi department, to help them and to train the PhD students. And as you see, we are training PhD students in field of pattern recognition, analysis, robotics, artificial intelligence, machine learning, etc. And their payment are done by Higher Education Council of Turkey. This is the distinguished side of our program. I mean, Fırat University is different from other universities, and the Higher Education Council of Turkey helps us. There are some professors who are serving as a distance to our master program. For example, this is Professor Dr. Peter Allen Cooper, who is the chair of the computer science at Southeast State University, and we are collaborating with him, but he is still teaching as a distance for our students. On the other hand, this is my son. He is the associate professor at Southeast State University. And this is another professor from Youngstown State University, and this is coming to Syracuse University, and he will continue to teach to our students. Okay, these are some students here. We have patents. There are 2 awards, and this is special recognition for me to establish the dual program, the Southeast State University. We have a good relationship, industry, our collaborations with industry, these are big companies in Turkey. And in this slide you see our collaboration with abroad. For example, we have mutual agreements for exchange faculty with the following universities: University of Arkansas, West Virginia University, York University, Youngstown State University, San Diego, Teluk University from Canada, McMaster University from Canada again, and we have 2 universities from the UK, and all, as you see, we have collaboration with Romania and Portugal. This is the view about our collaboration abroad. Okay, now I want to come to our issue. What is our goal? Actually, Fırat University has established Department of Industrial Engineering several years ago. But because of lack of the instructors, we could not get students in there now. But now we have about 6 staff, teaching staff. One of them is professor, 2 of them is assistant professor, and we have 3 research assistants at this department. It means we are ready to accept students for teaching in Turkey in fields of the industrial engineering.
And that's
yes.
Sorry to interrupt, and that's effective as of this fall. So the students, the first freshman students, will be coming in the fall of 2020.
For the fresh to that program?
To that program.
Not
Yes.
19, 20.
Did I say 10?
You said 20, 2020.
Yes, 2020. Yes.
So a year from this August.
Right. So this coming fall semester is 2019, right?
Right.
Second guessing.
Because, you know,
when to say 2019, not 20.
fall semester is coming.
Okay,
soon.
stepping up.
And therefore, we have to consider next year. This in September, it is we are late, you know, to take the students because there is a main exam in Turkey. More than 2 million students are taking this entry exam, and only about 20% of students can be placed by the universities. We have distance education too in Turkey, and most of them are going there, but there are many students who cannot be placed. And therefore, we are trying to make collaboration with other universities in order to send our students to other places. Okay, you see, the departments of the College of Engineering are the following. Already we have 14 distinguished departments. For example, I was graduated from mechanical engineering. It is very old and very famous in Turkey. It is the fifth rank. And but Department of Industrial Engineering is new, but our aim is to create a distinguished department in terms of the industrial engineering.
Do you know anything about, maybe you're getting there here, numbers in this program? How many students?
Okay, we don't have now, but it depends on us. For example, if we agree with you, I mean, if we can establish a collaboration, what we are doing with Southeast State University, we will negotiate it, how many students you can accept from our side. And we will establish the same programs at the Department of Industrial Engineering. One of them is Turkish program and the other is English program, because the professors who will serve at this department, 3 of them having graduated from the United States, and they spent more than 15 years here. Therefore, we can begin with English program directly, because already we have this potential. And our labs are we have huge labs. I mean, because there are some other departments, old departments, and this department can use the facilities of these departments. Okay, this department will get its first students in the academic year of 2021-2022. It means next year we will get our first students. There are 6 faculty members. I told you, 1 professor and 2 assistant professors. 2 of them having graduated from the United States. And 2 more instructors may be hired before the dual program begins. Because you know, we are teaching only 2 years, and therefore we don't need to have more instructors in field of industrial engineering, math, science, etc. We already have instructors, and they are served by the College of Sciences. I mean, in the field, especially in the fields, this number is enough to train our students. First-time freshman students will take English preparatory classes in the first year, what we are doing in my department. So we expect our first students can come to USA in fall 2023, because 1 year for preparatory class, first year and second year, they have to spend in Turkey, and later they can come to here. To fulfill the requirements of the dual program, we need at least 1 full year, because of this program must be accepted by Higher Education Council of Turkey. As I mentioned before, without permission of Higher Education Council of Turkey, we cannot do any collaboration. And I know Southeast State University applied for Texas Education Board system. Maybe the similar things or similar system is existing here too, and therefore it will take about 1 year. I guess if we agree, our first students can be placed to this program next year. Okay, we will take the Turkish students. For Turkish students, we don't have any problem. We will take Turkish students directly. Okay, since the Department of Industrial Engineering will welcome their first students in the academic year of 2020-2021, What actually you are saying 2024 semester. We can begin directly a dual program similar to what we have done in software engineering between Southeast State University and Fırat Üniversitesi since 2012. The procedures will last about more than 1 year, and Higher Education Council of Turkey must approve the protocol what is made with a foreign university. There are some obligatory issues. You know, this is our restrictions. Why should students select this duality program? There should be something different. Distinguished sites should be offered for them. What we are doing with Southeast State University, Southeast State University applies in-state tuition to our students because they are giving yearly $1,000 to our students, and according to the regulation, these students are counted directly as in-state tuition. This is an advantage. Otherwise, if we get the full out-of-state tuition, then the students will not select this program. They can come directly to here if they want. It should be something advantageous for our students, and we are using this facility from Southeast State University. Okay, some students will probably fulfill the requirements for their English proficiency level, but if some students cannot pass the required English proficiency exam, TOEFL, IELTS, etc., SEMO should give opportunities to accept admissions of these students for the intensive English programs. Southeast State University accepts this type of students because it is really very hard to get 79 from TOEFL, and therefore we are sending to intensive English programs of Southeast State University. They are taking courses. Actually, at the beginning, they are taking occupational exam, and they can see the level of the students. Some of them begins from level 4 or 5. The 5 is the highest level, and if somebody finished the 5th levels, then he or she can begin directly to university. I think the same system you are applying here too. I am not sure about it. The students will pay the tuition for IEP. It means they pay themselves because this is their pay, their power to pass the exam, and therefore they are paying.
With the tuition, would it be that they pay tuition at your site and then you reimburse us?
No.
They pay tuition here. Okay. They pay
Just they are paying to Southeast State University. After we are sending our students to here as transfer students, we never get any money from them for Turkey side. But in Turkey we are getting money for our university. Did you understand?
No.
Okay, in Turkey, if the students are taking course at Fırat University, they are paying tuition for Fırat University.
Sure. Okay.
After we are sending these students to the United States, then they pay directly to
us.
To you.
So the note that you have there, the students will pay tuition for IEP out of pocket. It would be they're also paying out of their own pocket for the academic coursework, the 2 years.
Of course. I mean, this is extra because they could not pass the exam. This is their fault. Therefore, they have to pay about it.
You'll be happy to know our TOEFL requirement for undergraduate is 61.
Oh, this is great. Then we can send directly because Southeast State University wants to have 79. I negotiated several times, and I told them it is not easy to get 79 from TOEFL or IELTS 6.5 or 7.
Yeah.
It is very high. This is a great point in terms of collaboration because 61 can be.
And we still have IEP. We still have a great intensive English program, but our admission threshold is 61.
Oh, this is great.
Do we have that with others, the in-state tuition?
Okay, what should we do now?
Something,
Not heard of it.
no.
Okay, this is. This is the main point. How can we begin it? First, we should sign a memorandum of understanding. As we see here, at that time in 2011, I was here, and on behalf of our director, and we signed this memorandum. It is for beginning to procedures. Otherwise, if I don't bring so kind of the documents to my university or Higher Education Council of Turkey, they will say, okay, there isn't any evidence that we want to correlate, but it doesn't mean we must do that. We will continue work on it, but if you say, or if we say, okay, we cannot agree on this item, then we postpone it or we don't want to do that. Just for beginning the procedures, formalities, I need a paper what I show you here.
It's just initiate the process.
Okay, already I prepared a similar memorandum of understanding and in my documents. If you want to, actually I can show the curriculum of Southeast State University. For example, our students are taking American history or other courses because there are some social courses they have to take them, and they are taking these courses there. But in outside, our students should take Turkish language, and then Atatürk, the principle of Atatürk. And there are some courses, social courses too. I mean, we can arrange it, which courses you are offering for your students to graduate from your department. We can, they have to take it. And maybe there are some selective courses, and they can take directly from selective courses.
Well, the state of Missouri in our university has a 42-hour general studies, and that's what we need to see how that translates. So that would be, and that's unique to probably us that Sam Houston doesn't have.
Yes, we actually our students are taking about 12 courses at Southeast State University.
So how many of them are general studies? The students here have to take courses about...
This is the criteria of ABET. I mean, the math courses, physics courses should be at least 12 hours. Yes.
Social science, like your biology, chemistry lab kind of thing. I think they have like a diversity class, they probably have a history class.
That's just a
Things like
class,
that.
so there's the core curriculum.
Okay.
That's about
So this is
40
what they
hours.
take here.
It looks like Sam Houston, it looks like Texas probably also has a roughly 40-hour gen ed core,
Right.
which is better than some states may have 24, 36,
Mhm.
but just quick math, that looks similar. So that's a
I mean, we can discuss this issue deeply
Just
with you
so
together.
you know, this is an articulation of the Sri Lankan University, and which I assume the first 2 years there would be similar, and this is the way that Brooke Lockhart kind of laid that out in terms of how they would meet those other gen ed
So tuition
criteria.
requirement humanities fine arts, that's not in the other one. Is that's how they're doing it?
Yeah.
Okay, that makes sense.
Good.
Just to kind of, when do you go up for reaccreditation? Well, this program would not be accredited by ABET yet.
ABET, yes.
Yes, not yet.
So it would have to be, we would have to be added as a location basically for when they go up, when you go up for accreditation.
You know, we have a branch of
They already had
UDEC. UDEC is a accreditation association which is working under ABET. This collaboration with ABET, and they are following engineering studies in Turkey. And on the other hand, there is another accreditation unit which was established in Higher Education Council of Turkey. I am a member of this committee, and for example, after I go to Turkey back, I will evaluate a university in terms of the quality of the education. It means it is very series in Turkey to have a qualified education, and otherwise they are not allowed to open just universities and doing training students.
So is it officially serving under AVET?
Yes, some universities already use AVET, but on the other hand, the Higher Education Council of Turkey accepted the accreditation of MÜDEK. MÜDEK is Engineering and Technology Accreditation Association.
Because we'll go for an event in 2023.
2023.
2023, and that's when the plan is to do the industrial systems engineering
Right.
at the same time. So we'll have engineering physics, engineering tech, and then engineering and systems. So we'll have 3 AVET at that time. Well, maybe 4 if we put the UAS under ETech. Just depends.
Can I ask you, the MOU is basically how we handle things as well, that it's more or less a non-binding document that just says we agree to try to work together.
Okay.
I'm perfectly happy working with you on that. I think we have enough interest to move forward on that. This document that you have there, the standard agreement of interinstitutional cooperation between the 2 universities is a document. What do you have that document?
This is protocol, but we will prepare the protocol. When we signed this agreement with Southeast State University, our protocol was ready. But we can change this. Don't worry about that. We can arrange and we can change the.
But is there another? It refers to a different document. Underneath the number points 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, the next line down says the basis of the MOU is outlined in the document Standard Agreement for Interinstitutional Cooperation.
Sorry, where this?
Yeah.
Yes. Okay, this is the title of protocol.
Oh, that's the title of.
Yes, this is Standard Agreement of Interinstitutional Cooperation between Fırat Üniversitesi. We put this title on the paper of the protocol. I can show this protocol.
Okay, I think that would help me kind of.
Yes,
and then the second question about that is a tentative signing scheduled in August 2019 in Cape Girardeau. Are you planning to come back?
Yes,
Okay,
I plan to come back here, and maybe I will bring my rector to here too, and then we can make a small ceremony to sign the protocol. But it depends on you, because I gave this date. This is break for our side. Our course begins at the end of September. And we can come here with my rector or other relevant people to here, or you can come to my institution. For example, Southeast State University came with 6 people to my institution, and they saw themselves the places, and it was very big ceremony, and they signed together that we have pictures from this event, and it depends on you. This is my suggestion. But if you say, okay, we can come there and sign at Fırat University, then you welcome. This is another option.
Okay, good.
So I think from our side, we're going to get together and look at the curriculum and
yes.
look at and see what 2 years are there, what 2 years are here, to see.
I can show a protocol of Southeast State University. Where is the mouse of this subject?
You're not going to be around the summer. Can you do it?
Yeah. Sure.
Okay, this is the protocol. What we did, you see here, dual diploma bachelor program protocol between Fırat University, and these are the items, articles here, and we define the definitions, because we have different types of the exams. The foreign students taking another types of the entry exam. And for example, MÜDE, Association for Evaluation and Accreditation of Engineering Programs in Turkey. But this association is working under ABET. They have an agreement with them. They are getting some subject directly from ABET. And you see, these are the articles, obligation of parties, validity, funding, how is the funding, and then we created 2 different programs at Southeast State University. One of them is software engineering and other is digital forensics engineering. And they established new department at Southeast State University because of our suggestion. For example, they created digital forensics engineering technology department. This is the new one. And now, last year they opened PhD studies in digital forensics. After this agreement, you know, we are helping to them because we are sending students, and for example, for PhD, we will send students to them. And here, division of responsibilities and student admission. Actually, there is an example under our hand, and we can continue with this protocol. We can go through the paragraphs and change the paragraphs according to our needs. Right. Okay, this is how can we transfer our students here. Education. You see here, TOEFL, for example, one of them is required. And then curriculum, academic regulation, other provisions, tuition fees, scholarship, exceptional leave of absence, discipline provisions, visa procedures are declared here, renewal, amendments, and termination of the protocol. Okay, it was signed, then these are the courses.
Yeah.
But this is for software, not program.
Right. But we can kind of still see.
Yes, this is the same. For example, here we have physics, mathematics, and physics, mathematics here again, and then discrete structure, etc. This is for software engineering. We have to work on it for industrial engineering. And you see here, first year, Fırat Üniversitesi, second year, Fırat Üniversitesi here again. And then third year, Southeast State University, and fourth year here, Southeast State University, and elective courses we have 2. And for digital forensics course, we have another curriculum, different curriculum here. And then the course contents are written here separately. For example, here, physics, and which kind of the topics will be studied, and credits, and European credit systems equivalency should be present there.
So everything has to be translated.
Okay, these are all courses. And this is the sample of diplomas that we want to have. This is from Fırat Üniversitesi and this is for Southeast State University.
That is a well-formatted document.
Yes.
I've seen a lot of different dual degree program or joint degree program agreements. That looks very concise and very well formatted. So.
Yes, you know, otherwise Turkish Higher Education Council of Turkey doesn't accept. They want to see everything.
Yeah.
And every year we are controlled by them. I mean, they are coming and evaluating us. How is going this program? And what the Southeast State University is doing. They are following.
Can you go back to the the course descriptions.
Yes.
This was a good sense.
So those numbers across the top. So you've got any one of those is fine. Just
Okay, here.
so you've got the course number, the code. You've got the name, theoretical practice. What?
Practice means, for example, in industrial engineering department,
So
they have
that's
some practice side. It means this is theoretical course, which is taken in the classroom atmosphere similar to here, but in practice they are working course.
It's lecture and lab.
It's like
and that's so our
We already
courses
have our setup like that.
would be laid out similarly. How much are lecture and how much are lab?
Yes, for example,
Yeah.
and credit is three
Right.
hours, and for European credit system, this has a value of 5. Because we have to write this European credit system too, because we want to be a member of European community, and our diploma is accepted in Europe too. They want to see the credits.
Does that also say what? So assuming that's a Fırat course, does that also say what Sam Houston State
Yes,
did?
for example, this course is taken in the United States at Southeast State University. This code is not my side course.
Okay, so
Course, yes, this computer architecture will be taught at Southeast State University. Because this is beginning with 3, it means the course belongs to the 3rd year. And for example here, we have engineering mathematics 2 to 1. You see, this is at Fırat University because this course belongs to my side.
okay.
I mean, in our curriculum we have to put them from my side. Okay, the course name we can find together and we will give a code for our side. But you already have codes for your courses and we will put these courses with the contents into protocol.
So the ECTS, the
This is
European credit,
European credit system.
that's how you report your credits at your
To Europe.
Okay.
Yes.
And then the credits column is basically what Sam Houston State is giving for that course.
I can show that too. For example, here. Okay, computer operating system. For example, this course is held by Southeast State University,
Okay.
and they gave ECTS credit as 7. Okay, there is a number. The maximum number is 30. I mean, our graduates, if they are going to the Europe to work there, then they have to bring their credits. I mean, credits transcripts there. And on transcripts, the European countries want to see these credits. This is obligatory for European countries. Because we have two phases, one of them with European countries and the other is with the United States, etc., with other countries. Working on this protocol really is not so hard. I mean, already you have a curriculum. We can work on it with Serkan together. And the courses, what we are offering in 1st and 2nd year, we can open the same courses, but we can give our code directly there. It means if a student is coming to here in 3rd year, they will begin with the 3rd year later, and you will accept the courses he succeed from Turkish side. And for example, we don't send students without getting the fulfillment of the requirements for 2 years. They have to test, and their average should be not so less. We are arranging them. And for example, some students say, okay, I don't want to go to the United States. I will continue with Turkish program at Fırat Üniversitesi, and they can come. They can continue in Turkey too. This is an advantage. For example, maybe in future you will say, oh, I don't want to have 20 or 25 or 40 students in a year. I want to have only 10. then we select, and the best students can be sent to here. Survey. Anything else? Do you want to?
Well, and it's similar to, because so you did 2 programs with that. So if we came back and we decided to do the industrial systems, but then we said, hey, we have some ET programs that could also be a good match for that.
Mm-hmm.
Would we be able to do that on one MOU, or do we need 3?
ET means engineering and technology.
Actually, College of Technology is the similar.
Yes.
You know, there was Southeast Missouri State University established 2 different departments, and they changed the name of the college. First of all, if you check it several years ago, the name of the college was College of Science. But now, the name of the college is College of Science and Technology. And Engineering Technology. Engineering Technology. They changed, you know, they changed their programs, and they established new departments. For example, computer software engineering technology department. They established, and it is full.
Well, we're engineering and technology, so.
Yeah, yes.
Would we be your only U.S. partner for industrial engineering, or are you going to be continuing looking for other?
No, I want to do with you, and I brought a second option to you too. There is a university. I have friends as provost from different universities. I mean, I have good relationship with universities, and I established a lot of new programs in Turkey. And for example, some universities, the provost of some universities asked me to make a bridge between the American universities and the Turkish universities. I mean, I can find several universities, but I prefer to do with my university. Why? Because Serkan is here, I am there, everything can be flow very easily. This is the aim. Otherwise, later maybe after we begin this program, we can say, okay, there is another foundation university in Istanbul, and they want to do that in computer science, or they want to do the same things in another place. This is a good opportunity for your university too.
You had mentioned we can set a student limit, a cap on the number of students coming in. How about a minimum number?
It depends on our agreement. For example, at the beginning, Southeast State University told me every year 20 students. Later, I forced to have more students here, but they told me 20 is enough, and we don't exceed this number. It depends on us. I mean, if you are ready to get more students, and if you say, okay, the quality of the education will not go down, we can accept 40 students, and we can arrange it. Then we can accept more Turkish students from the pool, pool of the election. And the placement are done directly by Higher Education Council of Turkey. It means 2 million students are taking at the same day, the same exam. There is very huge exam. And as I mentioned before, only 20 or 25% can be placed face-to-face education. There are some social sciences departments in terms of distance education.
That they would have the finances anyway to be able to do that. And so, I don't think what you're saying, because they're going to see a savings regardless, right? So they're going to see that, and they're going to have the finances. Otherwise, they won't get approved to come over.
Well, I mean, they'll have the varying levels. I mean, I understand they're limited. They have to have a 3.0 coming in, and they have to maintain a 2.75 while they're here. My gut tells me if your curriculum is like others we've worked with, they're going to do fine.
Yeah.
You prepared them well to be successful here.
Yeah.
So.
I guess if you make 3 the entrance requirement,
Yeah.
Continuing with the 2.75 is, yeah.
Well, that puts all of them in that scholarship area too,
Yep.
right?
Yep.
At least in the first year.
How does that sound to you?
I think it would be okay. I mean, Serkan will have very high load to make.
Are you talking in terms of the tuition that they will be paying?
Well, just where we are in the process. Are we far enough along that we're committing to proceeding with an MOU?
Well, my only worry is the tuition right now. I think this is the only obstacle that we have, the tuition. Because the economy in Turkey is not very promising, to be honest with you.
Our course is going very high in Turkey.
Right.
This is the problem.
But still, his program gets full students. His capacity is 20 people. He gets 20 people every single year, regardless of how the economy is going. So he's fine. Our program will be fine too. But we just paying out of state tuition wouldn't make sense to anybody, because if they were ready to pay out of state tuition from the get-go, they would have come here from their first years. So we just have to justify that situation. I mean, again, the only worry is the in-state tuition right now, or the out-of-state tuition.
Well,
If we can,
and if we're gonna get this program to succeed, then this could be very helpful for that.
right.
But that question of if we are already a lot more affordable than Sam Houston State, is it the price point that's going to be attractive, that you can do it for this amount of money in a year? Or is it the label, you're going to do it at in-state tuition?
Well, it's the discount amount. If something is a price tag of $5,000, and if you're saying, look, that $5,000 is an affordable amount compared to other universities, people wouldn't be looking at it. But if we say, well, this is $5,000, but I'm making a discount of $2,000, and this is $3,000, then people will be interested in that offer. So it's that label that takes it.
Takes the percent off.
Right. I'm making a discount of $2,000. So this.
And then that question of will I or will I not qualify for this scholarship may keep people away from pursuing the program as well. That we get all kinds of inquiries like, I would love to apply to you, but I need to know what kind of scholarship I will get beforehand. And if there's a little bit of concern about, we offer the achievement award to some if they qualify with a 3.0, and the others, well, we've got to...
But it was interesting. In Turkey, my student got about some of them more than 3 point GPA.
On the US scale?
US scale, yeah, we have the same system.
Okay.
And but after they come here, they did very well, and their average GPA is about 3.5. I wonder, and I asked Peter, how is it going there? Because these students could get only 2.9 in Turkey, but here 3.5. He told me your system is different. We are giving assignments, quizzes, etc., but you are doing in the year only tests, and then the students are not preparing every day, they are just waiting the exam date. And this is the disadvantage. And therefore we are changing our system too. Because for example, I saw here, the attendance plays also role to give some points. But in my university we don't give. And really we are very strong to give any high score there. And for example, you saw that it was 109 students at this moment at my department waiting to come here because they could not pass the exam, although they took summer courses. We are sending here the people who are doing well. This advantage, and I am sure they will get higher score than Turkey if we are coming there. I saw this situation at my university, at StudentSuccess State University.
I regret that I have to excuse myself for a 3 o'clock meeting, and I hate that because this is a good conversation, so please don't let me stop it.
We have 3 too, so.
This has been very informative, and I think you're helping us see a model, and you're teaching us, so you're here as a teacher. You're not just here to share an idea, you really are teaching us.
This is my business card. Okay, actually, Serkan is here and we can make furniture. Also, this is
Okay.
This is our secretary.
You're my connection.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
I'll be getting
At least through email.
I apologize.
Thank you.
Yes, thank you. So, but please, I think we should continue these discussions and
Yes.
plan on proceeding with the MOU as you
And
have,
yes, it is
as you have
important
outlined it. So,
because I will appreciate it if you prepare it
okay.
and give to Serkan, because
Okay.
Serkan will come. Will you come to Turkey? Yeah? Or
You
not?
can-
When are you?
Monday.
Oh,
So we're going to be doing
yeah, I don't know if we'll be able to get the president's signature by then.
Do you have the MOU with Sam Houston?
I
No.
can leave this.
If you could share with me,
Yes, you can take over.
will you share with me that copy of the protocol too? Just so I can see, we can read through it and understand. And then we'll work on the MOU and
I could show it to him tomorrow. I see him tomorrow, so if, you,
Okay.
if it works. So.
okay, what time are you meeting with him?
Sometime in the afternoon.
Okay, good.
Okay, nice to meet you again.
Nice to meet you. Bye-bye.
Okay, I will give 2 days later again to Southeast State University because I have something to do there. But I can sign later and send with Serkan to you.
Well, let's do this. Can you,
22.
when we go back over there, I'll give you my card.
Okay.
And what I would ask for you to do is email me the copy of the one you've already prepared for Southeast, and let me go through it because we have our own MOU template too, and I'll kind of get the language in line to where our president is used to looking at them, and do a few other, and then I'll share it with you.
Okay.
And then when we're both comfortable with like, okay, we can sign off on this, then we'll get the signatures going and all that. And in the meantime, like, if you're comfortable sharing that protocol document, like I said, I would love to be able to look at it a little
I will
bit.
share everything to you.
Okay, good.
I can send you a copy of that, right?
If you send me a copy and translate the Turkish.
That would take some time.
And then we can sit down and, or at least through email, make some suggestions back and forth and include Jing and who else teaches in the industrial systems?
Colleagues.
Yes, I'll include you.
From my perspective, these types of opportunities present themselves fairly often.
Oh, really? Okay.
But it's completely contingent upon the faculty in that department as to whether or not it will be sustainable and successful. And the fact that we have Serkan, the fact that his father is involved in this, the fact that we will automatically have built-in connection and possible travel. I don't know, Serkan, how often you go back to Turkey?
Are you willing to travel to Turkey?
Sure.
I mean, that's literally half the battle, if not more, that makes this such an attractive proposition. Plus, it's a department that we can grow. It's a department that we need to get more enrollment in, and the faculty are willing.
And we need to increase our visibility.
Yes.
That's
Yeah,
for
I mean,
sure.
and I've been talking to Debbie about this on that scholarship.
Thank you, sir.
Okay,
Nice to see
thank you.
you.
Nice to see you again.
Very nice to meet you.
Thank
Thank you
you.
so much for traveling all the way from Texas and
Thank you very much.
again, you're from
But
Turkey.
I am waiting your help because you are the key person as
At
a
this
chair
point.
of the department.
At this point, yes. But as the university's going through
Did you
change-
get your flash drive?
Yes, I
Okay.
did.
It was like, oh, no. Thank you, Sir Tom. Okay, safe travels.
Thank you. I'll see you when I come.
And enjoy your time.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Evet, görüşmelerimizi yaptık. Çok verimli bir görüşme oldu. Yani Serkan'ı da bu arada kutluyorum. Her kademeden kişiyi bu toplantıya getirmeyi başardı. Ve çok memnun olarak ayrılıyoruz. Tahminime göre bu iş olacak. Yani inşallah bu iş olacak, göreceğiz. Tabii Serkan'ın bu üniversitede çalışmış olması ve iyi bir intiba bırakmış olması çok önemliydi. Yani kolay kolay Amerika'da bir doktor öğretim üyesinin isteğiyle üst kademedeki kişiler böyle koşup gitmezler. Ama Serkan bu işi başardı. Teşekkür ediyorum oğlum. Seni dinleyelim. Şimdi sen de bir görüşlerini belirt burada. Nasıl?
Güzel bir toplantı oldu. Yaklaşık 1,5 saati geçti aslında. Tamam. Evet, 1,5 saate geçmiş. 1 saat 45 dakika falan oldu. Tüm detaylar konuşuldu. Yani iş olacak gibi duruyor. Bakalım.
Evet, inşallah olacak. Bu tabi gayrete bağlı, bölümdeki kişilerin çalışmasına bağlı. Bölüm başkanının da orada olması çok önemliydi. Bölüm başkanı eminim ki bu işe sahip çıkacak.
Bölüm başkanı vardı, dekan vardı. Uluslararası platformdaki bölümündeki direktör vardı. Başka kim vardı? Dr. Below vardı. Student Development Vice President vardı. Öğrenci gelişiminin başkan yardımcısı vardı. O kadın üniversite çapında aslında bayağı da tanınmış bir isim. Onun orada olması güzel bir işaretti.
Evet, Serkan'a teşekkür ediyorum bu görüşmeyi ayarladığı için. Hayırlısı, göreceğiz. So, first of all, I would like to thank to you to invite to me. Actually, my son did a connection with you to this presentation, and I am happy being here with you. First of all, I would like to give a brief information about my university because already we are doing a collaboration with Southeast State Üniversitesi in field of computer science. But our goal is to establish a bridge between your university and with my university in field of industrial engineering. But first of all, I have to show you what we did until now. Then maybe you can imagine what is our goal and what is our project for that. I want to begin with the place of the Fırat University because Fırat University is not known well in the world. I mean, actually, it's a good background for Fırat University, but sometimes the Turkish people didn't know exactly where this university is located. As you see, here is the Turkey. I don't know whether or not some of you have been there or not. And here, Istanbul, and we are about 1,300 kilometers far from Istanbul. It means the Fırat University is located in eastern part of Turkey. Okay, this is the entrance of my university. Very green places, as you see from here. This is the general view of Fırat University. There are some other pictures and campus, and as you see, this is my college here, College of Technology. And then we have some other places. Actually, there are 3 different campuses, big campuses, and engineering we have 2 engineering colleges. One of them is called College of Technology, and the other is College of Engineering. Okay, this is our rector, Professor Dr. Kudbettin Demirda, and we have 3 vice rectors. And now, these are the numbers about my university now. My university was founded in 1967 and located in Elazığ, Eastern Anatolia. We have 16 faculties, 2 vocational colleges, 1 state conservatory, 4 institutes, 4 graduate schools, and 9 vocational schools. And we have 1,945 academic staff at our university and 1,600 administrative staff.
and totally we have 48,000 students. As you see, this number is very huge in terms of the number of the students in Turkey too. Okay, this slide is very important because, as you know, US News is a ranking association. According to this association, Fırat Üniversitesi is located in the world in the 409 rank, and in Turkey we are in the first 5th universities in terms of engineering. It means really our background in field of engineering is very strong comparing to other universities. If you know the numbers of the universities in Turkey, about 200 universities, more than 200 universities we have, and almost in every university we have engineering colleges or college of technologies, but we are in the 5th rank. Okay, this is the College of Technology where I am working. As you see in this picture, you see distinguished departments, and I am the chair of software engineering here. Actually, my background is mechanical engineering, but later I changed my way, and now I am serving for software engineering. And this is the digital forensics engineering, which was founded by me several years ago. This is the first and unique department at Fırat Üniversitesi.
What was the name of that department?
Digital forensics, cyber security.
Thank you.
And I want to give information about the collaboration, and therefore, sorry about that. First of all, I want to speak a little bit about computer science, where I am chair. And here you see there are two engineering colleges. One of them is called College of Engineering, and the other is College of Technology. Under College of Technology, we have software engineering and digital forensics engineering. And under software engineering, we have again two streams. One of them is called software engineering in English. It means we are collaborating with Southeast Missouri State University, and we have Turkish program too. And if we are sending our students to Southeast State University, the students have two choices. One of them, they can continue with software engineering, either with digital forensics. They have these possibilities and opportunities.
Quick question.
Yes.
In this university, is it all English or is it Turkish and then they can do English too?
There are two streams. One of them, the students can continue with English, and the other with Turkish. I will give some numbers about them now.
Well, originally it's all Turkish.
Okay.
Yes, most departments are teaching in Turkish. Okay, this is my colleagues. We are working with them, very young people here. And we have, at my department, we have 3 professors, 4 associate professors and 1 assistant professors. These are our research assistant. And you know, there are 2 software engineering departments at our university. One of them is in the College of Technology and the other is in College of Engineering. But if we are training PhD students, I mean graduate students, then we are combining our force together. Therefore, these people are serving for our department for graduate study. Okay, this is another picture about the staff. Okay, what about software engineering? Actually, this department is a new department, and this department was established in 2009. We have already 52 PhD students and 90 master students abroad. I mean, not just from Turkey. There are many students from Middle East and from Far Eastern countries. Maybe you wonder about this number. This is only my department, and you see we have 1,244 undergraduate students. And this is the biggest, huge department at Fırat Üniversitesi. Okay, how is working this dual program? First of all, the students should learn English enough in order to follow all courses in English, and it's called preparatory class. And then 2 years they are taking courses in English at Fırat Üniversitesi, and then we are sending to Southeast State University in order to be fulfill the requirement for getting the degree of software engineering. And as you see here, in 2017, 12 students graduated. In 2018, 9 students, and 2019, this year, we have about 10 students. But normally at this university, we have more than 45 students now. They are waiting their turns to graduate.
So the English preparatory level
At Fırat University, and they are taking English courses in order to follow the English courses. Otherwise, I mean, they have to pass the exam. And there are two types of the exam. One of them students can take directly from foreign language school, and if they pass the exam, then they can come to our department. Otherwise, they have to repeat the courses.
What do the numbers mean? So it says 1 plus 2 plus 2. So
okay, it means 1 year at Fırat University for beginning preparatory school, and 2 years at Fırat University for first and second year. And
oh, I see.
Okay, totally
so
5 years.
1 year total of English preparatory.
Yes.
Okay, I
Okay.
understand. Thank you.
Okay, this is our first students arrived in the USA. As you see, I was there with my eldest son here, because we don't leave our students alone and we are coming together. And then, this is another picture from the year of 2015. This is a group in front of the Coliseum of Southeast State University again. And this is the commencement of Southeast State University, which was done in May 13. And our first graduate students was at this ceremony. And these are the pictures again from our graduates. And in May 2018, and then you see here, some students could not finish at the spring semester, and they waited summer session. And then I was there for graduation again here. 3 of them graduated from master degree, and they have been accepted by New Mexican State University like that for PhD. And there are other students who graduate from our universities. 4 of them are accepted by Ohio State University, Youngstown State University. I mean, our students are spread along the United States.
So once they come here, they stay here.
No, some of them are coming back, but most of them, yes, you're right. Okay, what about diplomas? We are offering 2 diplomas. As you see here, this diploma was issued by Fırat University and in English, and then Fırat University offers in Turkish too. But on the other hand, Southeast State University offers different diploma for our students. It means our students can earn dual diploma from both sides. This is the advantage of the system. Okay, these are the numbers. Why I am giving these numbers? Because in future, if we are agreeing to collaborate, we will have the similar picture, what you are seeing here. Almost similar. Later, maybe 5 or 7 years later. Okay, at my department, we have 918 software engineers, daytime and night education. It means we have 2 streams. And then software engineering, this is another field of the students coming to our department. And this is our dual program with Southeast State University. Already we have 109 students at Fırat University and more than 45 students in the United States. And total number 1,389.
Could you stay there for a second? What is UOLP again?
This is a dual, it means dual diploma program.
Dual diploma?
Dual, yes.
So those are the Sam Houston students?
No, these, yes, they will come to here, but now they are taking courses in Turkey.
Oh, okay, they're currently in
Yeah,
Turkey.
currently,
They're
yeah.
tracking them as dual.
Yes, but already we have about 45 students here.
Are those 45 in that 109?
No, this is extra. This is the students who are in Turkey now.
Only in Turkey.
So once they complete the first 2 years, those 109 students will come to the United States to complete their third and the fourth year.
And is Sam Houston the current only partner for that program?
Yes, only partner for this program. Yes. Okay, we have foreign students too. It means we don't send only Turkish students here. We have students from African countries, from Asia, Far East, etc. It means, as you see here, already we have 33 students in our normal Turkish program, and then we have 12 students at dual program, and totally we have 101 students in our department only. Okay, these are some pictures again from my students, and this is very important. I want to explain about this issue. You know, everything is controlled in Turkey by Higher Education Council of Turkey. It means you are not allowed doing without any permission of this council. And the Higher Education Council of Turkey selected our department, I mean Fırat Üniversitesi department, to help them and to train the PhD students. And as you see, we are training PhD students in field of pattern recognition, analysis, robotics, artificial intelligence, machine learning, etc. And their payments are done by Higher Education Council of Turkey. This is the distinguished side of our program. I mean, Fırat University is different from other universities, and the Higher Education Council of Turkey helps us. There are some professors who are serving as a distance to our master program. For example, this is Professor Dr. Peter Allen Cooper, who is the chair of the computer science at Southeast State University, and we are collaborating with him, but he is still teaching as a distance for our students. On the other hand, this is my son. He is the associate professor at Southeast State University, and this is another professor from Youngstown State University, and this is coming to Syracuse University, and he will continue to teach to our students. Okay, these are some students here. We have patents. There are 2 awards, and this is special recognition for me to establish the dual program with Southeast State University. We have a good relationship industry, our collaborations with industry. These are big companies in Turkey. And in this slide you see our collaboration with abroad. For example, we have mutual agreements for exchange faculty with the following universities: University of Arkansas, West Virginia University, Wilkes University, Youngstown State University, San Diego, Tariq University from Canada, McMaster University from Canada again, and we have 2 universities from the UK, and all, as you see, we have collaboration with Romania and Portugal. This is the view about our collaboration with abroad. Okay, now I want to come to our issue. What is our goal? Actually, Fırat University has established Department of Industrial Engineering several years ago. But because of lack of the instructors, we could not get students in there now. But now we have about 6 staff, teaching staff. One of them is professor, 2 of them is assistant professor, and we have 3 research assistants at this department. It means we are ready to accept students for teaching in Turkey in fields of the industrial engineering.
And that's
yes.
Sorry to interrupt, and that's effective as of this fall. So the students, the first freshman students will be coming in the fall of 2020.
The first, to that program?
To that program.
Not 19, 20.
Did I say 10?
You said 2020.
Yes, 2020. Yes.
So a year from this August.
Right. So this coming fall semester is 2019, right?
Right.
Second guessing.
Because, you know,
I meant to say 2019.
Fall semester is coming soon, and therefore we have to consider next year. This in September, it is we are late, you know, to take the students because there is a main exam in Turkey. More than 2 million students are taking this entry exam, and only about 20% of students can be placed by the universities. We have distance education too in Turkey, and most of them are going there, but there are many students who cannot be placed. And therefore, we are trying to make collaboration with other universities in order to send our students to other places. Okay, you see, the departments of the College of Engineering are the following. Already we have 14 distinguished departments. For example, I was graduated from mechanical engineering. It is very old and very famous in Turkey. It is the fifth in the fifth rank. And but Department of Industrial Engineering is new, but our aim is to create a distinguished department in terms of the industrial engineering.
Do you know anything about, maybe you're getting there here, numbers in this program? How many students?
Okay, we don't have now, but it depends on us. For example, if we agree with you, I mean, if we can establish a collaboration, what we are doing with Southeast State University, we will negotiate it, how many students you can accept from our side. And we will establish the same programs at the Department of Industrial Engineering. One of them is Turkish program and the others is English program, because the professors who will serve at this department, 3 of them having graduated from the United States, and they spent more than 15 years here. Therefore, we can begin with English program directly, because already we have this potential. And our labs are we have huge labs. I mean, because there are some other departments, old departments, and this department can use the facilities of these departments. Okay, this department will get its first students in the academic year of 2021-2022. It means next year we will get our first students. There are 6 faculty members. I told you, 1 professor and 2 assistant professors. 2 of them having graduated from the United States. And 2 more instructors may be hired before the dual program begins. Because you know, we are teaching only 2 years, and therefore we don't need to have more instructors in field of industrial engineering, math, science, etc. We already have enough instructors, and they are served by the College of Sciences. I mean, in the field, especially in the fields, this number is enough to train our students. First-time freshman students will take English preparatory classes in the first year, what we are doing in my department. So we expect our first students can come to USA in fall 2023, because 1 year for preparatory class, first year and second year, they have to spend in Turkey, and later they can come to here. To fulfill the requirements of the dual program, we need at least 1 full year, because of this program must be accepted by Higher Education Council of Turkey. As I mentioned before, without permission of Higher Education Council of Turkey, we cannot do any collaboration. And I know Southeast State University applied for Texas Education Board System. Maybe the similar things or similar system is existing here too, and therefore it will take about 1 year. I guess if we agree, our first students can be placed to this program next year. Okay, we will take the Turkish students. For Turkish students, we don't have any problem. We will take Turkish students directly. Okay, since the Department of Industrial Engineering will welcome their first students in the academic year of 2020-2021, actually you are saying 2020 fall semester, we can begin directly a dual program similar to what we have done in software engineering between Southeast State University and Fırat Üniversitesi since 2012. The procedures will last about more than 1 year, and Higher Education Council of Turkey must approve the protocol what is made with a foreign university. There are some obligatory issues. You know, this is our restrictions. Why should students select this dual diploma? There should be something different. The distinguished side should be offered for them. What we are doing with Southeast State University, Southeast State University applies in-state tuition to our students because they are giving yearly $1,000 to our students, and according to the regulation, these students are counted directly as in-state tuition. This is an advantage. Otherwise, if we get the full out-of-state tuition, then the students will not select this program. They can come directly to here if they want. It should be something advantageous for our students, and we are using this facility from Southeast State University. Okay, some students will probably fulfill the requirements for their English proficiency level, but if some students cannot pass the required English proficiency exam, TOEFL, IELTS, etc., SEMO should give opportunities to accept admissions of these students for the intensive English programs. Southeast State University accepts this type of students because it is really very hard to get 79 from TOEFL, and therefore we are sending to intensive English programs of Southeast State University. They are taking courses. Actually, at the beginning, they are taking acupressure exam, and they can see the level of the students. Some of them begins from level 4 or 5. The 5 is the highest level, and if somebody finished the 5th levels, then he or she can begin directly to university system. I think the same system you are applying here too. I am not sure about it. The students will pay the tuition for IEP. It means they pay themselves because this is their fate, their fault to pass the exam, and therefore they are paying.
With the tuition, would it be that they pay tuition at your site and then you reimburse us?
No.
They
It is
here. Okay. They pay
just they
tuition
are paid to Southeast State University. After we are sending our students to here as transfer students, we never get any money from them for Turkey side. But in Turkey, we are getting money for our university. Did you understand? Okay, in Turkey, if the students are taking course at Fırat Üniversitesi, they are paying tuition for Fırat Üniversitesi.
Sure. Okay.
After we are sending these students to the United States, then they pay directly to you.
So the note that you have there, the students will pay tuition for IEP out of pocket. It would be they're also paying out of their own pocket for the academic course,work, the 2
Of
years.
course,
Okay.
of course. I mean, this is extra because they could not pass the exam. This is their fault. Therefore, they have to pay about it.
You'll be happy to know our TOEFL requirement for undergraduate is 61.
Oh, this is great. Then we can send directly because you know, Southeast State University wants to have 79. I negotiated several times, and I told them it is not easy to get 79 from TOEFL or IELTS 6.5 or 7. It is very high. This is a great point in terms of collaboration because 61 can be gained
we still
easily.
have IEP. We still have a great intensive English program, but our admission threshold is 61.
Oh, this is great. This is great. Okay, what should we do now? Okay, this is the main point. How can we begin? First, we should sign a memorandum of understanding. As you see here, at that time in 2011, I was here, and on behalf of our rector, and we signed this memorandum. It is for beginning to procedures. Otherwise, if I don't bring so kind of the documents to my university or Higher Education Council of Turkey, they will say, okay, there isn't any evidence that we want to collaborate, but it doesn't mean we must do that. We will continue work on it, but if you say, or if we say, okay, we cannot agree on this item, then we postpone it or we don't want to do that. Just for the procedures, formalities, I need a paper what I show you here.
It's just to initiate the process.
Okay, already I prepared a similar memorandum of understanding and it is in my documents. If you want to begin with this collaboration, that it is not bringing any cost for you, I mean. Just I should bring this evidence to my university and to my Higher Education Council of Turkey. Then they will say, okay, continue to work. Continue to arrange the courses, which courses will be taken in Turkey and which courses should be taken here. And we have to work on it. Really, my son, Cihan, who is working at Southeast State University, me as a distance, and Peter Cooper worked very hard on it to select the courses. Actually, you have a curriculum. We can continue with your curriculum and we can arrange the courses easily. What is the benefit of this project? I mean, if we are agreeing about this project, then we can send more students how many you want. But the capacity should be balanced. If you say, okay, yearly we can have 50 students, I can send 50 students to you. But the quality of the education should not be decreased. And our engineering, College of Engineering is accredited by ABET. There is a branch of ABET in Turkey. Therefore, I think already you have the same accreditation. Okay, then.
Yes, we will.
Not yet.
Not yet.
Engineering.
Right.
Serkan can talk about that, but we don't have a graduate from the program.
Not yet.
Not yet, but it would be.
It's a goal.
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, this is great. And this is one option I am offering to you. This is from my side. If we can begin with this project, the control of this project will be easy because at Fırat University I will be concerned about it. And Serkan is here, therefore he can make bridge between me, between our university and you, and it should be assigned a coordinator here too, maybe chair of department. As chair of department, you should involve in the subject. And in my opinion, we can begin with this project. This is the advantage of both sides. I mean, the students will select this program because they say, okay, I will continue in the United States. And maybe you will not believe me, in my department at software engineering, the quality of the students has grown up very rapidly because they want to come to this program and they know, okay, I will pay only in state tuition and I will get dual diploma from both sides. And therefore, really, we are going very fast in Turkey. There is only 2 universities in Turkey which are doing this type of the dual diploma in field of computer science. There are some other fields too, but in computer science, this is only 2 universities. One of them is Istanbul Technical University, and the second is our. But our program passes the technical university because of tuition and because of the lot of the money, I mean, in terms of the students. This is a summary about the programs, and I hope I could explain what I want to do with your university. And if you agree, then I think you will make some meetings with your committees, etc. The same thing should be done by my side too. And then we have to work on it, and we have to work about the items, articles of our protocol, and then we have to send for our Higher Education Council of Turkey, and maybe you will send to your organization, I don't know exactly. But you know, it is important to see, okay, the half of the glass is full. If we are beginning with this point, we can solve everything. Really, Peter Cooper is a person, actually it was a good story, you know, I invited to him to come to my department to give a seminar in 2010. He came to my department and he gave a speech for my colleagues. And then I told him, okay, can we make a collaboration? He said, why not? We can do that. And we began with this speech directly to this program. Okay, if you have additional questions, I am ready to answer your questions. This is the goal of our site.
So, do you already have a curriculum for Turkey for the industrial engineering program?
But this is in Turkish now, because we will begin with Turkish program. But if we agree, then we can translate this curriculum into English.
Oh, okay, so it's in Turkish.
Yes, in Turkish now, yes.
Can you translate?
Sure. Have you seen the curriculum?
No, not yet.
Not yet, because you know, we don't have students now.
Oh.
We have the
It's
courses,
a
named
process.
courses, but we didn't upload into web page because we don't have students and we don't get the students from. We didn't begin.
Because we're going to want to see the curriculum, so then we can look at our curriculum and then see.
Actually, we can begin
which
with your
2 years.
curriculum. We can directly begin with
Okay.
your curriculum.
You
Maybe
can
we can see your first and second year courses. These courses we can open at Fırat University, and in
Right.
3rd and 4th grade, directly you can offer these courses. Half and half, I mean.
Yeah, I would assume, just looking at similar agreements, probably more of the general studies stuff would probably be here.
General studies will be in Turkey.
In Turkey.
Because the first and second years will be in Turkey, so that means they will take basic math.
Math,
Calc 1,
physics,
Calc 2,
chemistry, etc. will be taken in Turkey. This is the obligatory for first year.
We'll be teaching core engineering courses here in the 3rd and 4th year.
What about your art, English, and social sciences and that fun stuff?
That I might answer.
That
Actually, I can show the curriculum of Southeast State University. For example,
Yeah, that would be
our
useful.
students are taking American history or other courses because there are some social courses they have to take them, and they are taking these courses there. But in our side, our students should take Turkish language, and then Atatürk, the principle of Atatürk, and there are some courses, social courses too. I mean, we can arrange it. Which courses you are offering for your students to graduate from your department, we can. They have to take it, and maybe there are some selective courses, and they can take directly from selective courses.
Well, the state of Missouri and our university has a 42-hour general studies, and that's what we need to see how that translates. So that would be, and that's unique to probably us that Sam Houston doesn't have.
Yes, we actually our students are taking about 20 courses at Southeast State University. Totally.
So how many of them are general studies? The students
About
here has to take courses about
in Turkey,
with 7 people.
This is the criteria of ABET. I mean, the math courses, physics courses should be at least 24 hours. Yes.
English, social science, like your biology, chemistry, lab kind of thing. I think they have like a diversity class, they probably have a history class.
It's just a
Things like that.
So there's the core curriculum
Okay.
every day. That's about
So this is
40
what they
hours.
take
Yeah,
here.
I mean, it looks like Sam Houston, it looks like Texas probably also has a roughly 40-hour gen ed core,
Right.
which is better than some states may have 24, 36, but just quick math, that
Right.
looks similar.
So that's a-
I mean, we can discuss this issue deeply with you together.
So you know, this is an articulation of the Sri Lankan University, and which I assume the first 2 years there would be similar, and this is the way that Burt Lockhart kind of laid that out in terms of how they would meet those other gen ed
So civics
criteria.
requirement, humanities, fine arts, that's not in the other one. Is that's how they're doing it?
Yeah.
Okay, that makes sense.
Just to kind
And
of,
when do you go up for reaccreditation? Well, this program would not be accredited by ABET yet.
ABET, yes.
Not yet.
So it would have to be, we would have to be added as a location basically for when they go up, when you go up for accreditation.
You know, we have a branch of
They
did.
already had one.
MÜDEK. MÜDEK is an accreditation association which is working under ABET. This collaboration with ABET, and we are following engineering studies in Turkey. And on the other hand, there is another accreditation unit which was established in Higher Education Council of Turkey. I am a member of this committee, and for example, after I go to Turkey back, I will evaluate a university in terms of the quality of education. It means it is very serious in Turkey to have a qualified education, and otherwise they are not allowed to open just universities and doing training to students.
So is it officially serving under ABET?
Yes, some universities already use ABET, but on the other hand, the Higher Education Council of Turkey accepted the accreditation of MÜDEK. MÜDEK is Engineering and Technology Accreditation Association.
Because we'll go for ABET in 2023.
2023.
2023, and that's when the plan is to do the industrial systems engineering at the same time. So we'll have engineering physics, engineering tech, and then engineering and systems. So we'll have 3 ABET at that time. Or maybe 4 if we put the UAS under ETech. Just depends. Just depends.
can I ask you, the MOU is basically how we handle things as well, that it's more or less a non-binding document that just says we agree to try to work together.
Okay.
I'm perfectly happy working with you on that. I think we have enough interest to move forward on that. This document that you have there, the standard agreement of interinstitutional cooperation between the 2 universities is a document. What do you have?
Document
that
is the protocol, but we will prepare the protocol. When we signed this agreement with Southeast State University, our protocol was ready. But we can change this. Don't worry about it. We can arrange and we can change the.
But is there another? It refers to a different document. Underneath the numbered points 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, the next line down says the basis of the MOU is outlined in the document Standard Agreement for Interinstitutional Cooperation.
Sorry, where is it?
Yeah.
Yes, okay, this is the title of protocol.
Oh, that's the title of.
Yes, this is Standard Agreement of Interinstitutional Cooperation between Fırat University. We put this title on the paper of the protocol. I can show this protocol.
Okay, I think that would help me cover.
Yes, I can
and
show
the
you.
second question about that is a tentative signing scheduled in August 2019 in Cape Girardeau. Are you planning to come back?
Yes,
Okay.
I plan to come back here, and maybe I will bring my rector to here too, and then we can make a small ceremony to sign the protocol. But it depends on you, because I gave this date. This is free for our side. Our course begins at the end of September. And we can come here with my rector or other relevant people to here, or you can come to my institution. For example, Southeast State University came with 6 people to my institution, and they saw themselves the places, and it was very big ceremony, and they signed together that we have pictures from this event, and it depends on you. This is my suggestion. But if you say, okay, we can come there and sign at Fırat University, then you're welcome. This is another option.
Good.
So I think from our side, we're going to get together and look at the curriculum.
Curriculum, yes.
And look at and see what 2 years are there, what 2 years are here. To see.
I can show a protocol of Southeast State University. Where is the mouse of this? Okay, here. Okay, this is the protocol. What we did, you see here, dual diploma bachelor program protocol with Fırat University, and these are the items, articles here, and we define the definitions because we have different types of the exams. The foreign students taking another types of the entry exam. And for example, MÜDE, Association for Evaluation and Accreditation of Engineering Programs in Turkey. But this association is working under AITIR. They have an agreement with them. They are getting some subject directly from AITIR. And you see, these are the articles, obligation of parties, validity, funding, how is the funding, and then we created 2 different programs at Southeast State University. One of them is software engineering and other is digital forensic engineering. And they established a new department at Southeast State University because of our suggestion. For example, they created digital forensics engineering technology department. This is new one. And now, last year they opened PhD studies in digital forensics. After this agreement, you know, we are helping to them because we are sending students, and for example, for PhD, we will send students to them. And here, division of responsibilities and student admission. Actually, there is an example under our hand, and we can continue with this protocol. We can go through the paragraphs and change the paragraphs according to our needs. Right. Okay, this is how can we transfer our students here. Education. You see here, TOEFL, for example, one of them is required. And then curriculum, academic regulation, other provisions, tuition fees, scholarship, exceptional leave of absence, discipline provisions, visa procedures are declared here, renewal, amendments and termination of the protocol. Okay, it was signed, then these are the courses. But this is for software engineering, not for
Right. But we can kind of still see.
Yes, this is the same. For example, we have physics, mathematics.
Yeah.
And physics, mathematics here again. And then discrete structure, etc. This is for software engineering. We have to work only for industrial engineering. And you see here, first year, Fırat University, second year, Fırat University here again. And then third year, Southeast State University, and fourth year here, Southeast State University, and electives courses we have too. And for digital forensics course, we have another curriculum, different curriculum here. And then the course contents are written here separately. For example, here, physics, and which kind of the topics will be studied, and credits, and European credit systems equivalency should be present there. Okay, these are all courses. And this is the sample of diplomas what we want to have. This is from Fırat University, and this is for Southeast State University.
That is a well-formatted document.
Yes.
I've seen a lot of different dual degree program or joint degree program agreements. That looks very concise and very well formatted. So.
Yes, you know, otherwise Turkish Higher Education Council of Turkey doesn't accept. They want to see everything.
Yeah.
Plan, and every year we are controlled by them. I mean, they are coming and evaluating us. How is going this program and what the Southeast State University is doing. They are following.
Can you go back to the course descriptions?
Yes.
So those numbers across the top. So you've got any one of those is fine. Just
okay here.
So you've got the course number or the code. You've got the name, theoretical practice. What?
Practice means, for example, in industrial engineering department, so they have some practice side. It means this is theoretical course, which is taken in the classroom atmosphere, similar to here, but in practice they are working on it.
Lecture and lab.
It's
lab.
So our
We already
courses
have our setup by now.
would be laid out similarly. How much a lecture and how much a lab.
Yeah, for example,
Yeah.
and credit is three hours, and for European credit system, this has a value of 5, because we have to write this European credit system too, because we want to be a member of European community, and our diploma is accepted in Europe too. They want to see the credits.
Does that also say what? So assuming that's a throughout course. Does that also say what Sam Houston State
Yes,
is?
for example, this course is taken in the United States at Southeast State University. This code is not my side course.
Okay, so
Course, yes, this computer architecture will be taught at Southeast State University. Because this is beginning with 3, it means the course is belongs to the 3rd year. And for example here, we have engineering mathematics 2 to 1. You see, this is at Fırat University because this code belongs to my side.
Okay.
I mean, in our curriculum we have to put them from my side. Okay, the course name we can define together, and we will give a code for our side. But you already have codes for your courses, and we will put these courses with the contents into protocol.
So the ECTS, the
This
European
is European credit system.
That's how you report your credits at
To Europe.
Okay.
Yes.
And then the credits column is basically what Sam Houston State is giving for that course.
I can show that too. For example, here. Okay, computer operating system. For example, this course is held by Southeast State University, and they gave ECTS credit as 7. Okay, there is a number. The maximum number is 30. I mean, our graduates, if they are going to the Europe to work there, then they have to bring their credits. I mean, credits, transcripts there. And on transcripts, the European countries want to see these credits. Okay. This is obligatory for European countries, because we have two phases, one of them with European countries and the other is with the United States, etc., with other countries. Working on this protocol really is not so hard. I mean, already you have a curriculum. We can work on it with Serkan together, and the courses what we are offering in first and second year, we can open the same courses what we can give our code directly there. It means if a student is coming to here in third year, they will begin with the third year later, and you will accept the courses he succeed from Turkish side. Mm-hmm. And we, for example, we don't send students without getting the fulfillment of the requirements for 2 years. They have to pass, and their average should be not so less. We are arranging them. And for example, some students say, okay, I don't want to go to the United States. I will continue with Turkish program at Fırat Üniversitesi, and they can come. They can continue in Turkey too. This is an advantage. For example, maybe in future you will say, oh, I don't want to have 20 or 25 or 40 students in a year. I want to have only 10. Then we select, and the best students can be sent to here. This is a way. Anything else? Do you want to?
Well, I just, and it's similar to, because so you did 2 programs with that. So if we came back and we decided to do the industrial systems, but then we said, hey, we have some ET programs that could also be a good match for that. Mm-hmm. Would we be able to do that on one MOU, or do we need 3? Or
ET means engineering and technology.
Engineering
yes.
and actually, College of Technology is the similar.
Yes.
You know, therefore, Southeast State University established 2 different departments, and they changed the name of the college. First of all, if you check this several years ago, the name of the college was College of Science. But now, the name of the college is College of Science and Technology. And Engineering Technology. Engineering Technology. They changed, you know, they changed their programs, and they established new departments. For example, software and computer software engineering technology department. They established, and it is full.
Yeah. Well, we're engineering and technology, so.
Yeah, yes.
Would we be your only U.S. partner for industrial engineering, or are you going to be continuing looking for?
No, I want to do with you, and I brought a second option to you too. There is a university. I have friends as provost from different universities. I mean, I have good relationship with universities, and I established a lot of new programs in Turkey. And for example, some universities, the provost of some universities asked me to make a bridge between the American universities and with Turkish universities. I mean, I can find several universities, but I prefer to do with my university. Why? Because Serkan is here, I am there, everything can be flow very easily. Yeah. This is the aim. Otherwise, later maybe after we begin this program, we can say, okay, there is another foundation university in Istanbul, and they want to do that in computer science, or they want to do the same things in another place. This is a good opportunity for you, for your university too.
You had mentioned we can set a student limit, a cap on the number of students coming in. How about a minimum number of students?
It depends of our agreement. For example, at the beginning, Southeast State University told me, hey, you're 20 students. Later, I want to have more students here. But they told me 20 is enough. And we don't exceed this number. It depends on us. I mean, if you are ready to get more students, and if you say, okay, the quality of the education will not go down, we can accept 40 students and we can arrange it. Then we can accept more Turkish students from the pool, I mean pool of the election. And the placement are done directly by Higher Education Council of Turkey. It means 2 million students are taking at the same day, the same exam. There is very huge exam. And as I mentioned before, only 20 or 25% can be placed face-to-face education. There are some social sciences departments in terms of distance education. Most of them are going there, or they are going to Europe. For example, England, to Germany, to France, to continue with their study. And the economic situation is important in Turkey because the advantage of this program is getting the in-state tuition. This is a huge advantage for our students. They are preferring to come here. For example, the son of City Elazığ governor is a student of mine and he will come to here. I mean, the families who want to have a good education for their children, they are preferring to come to this program. I mean, what we are doing at Southeast State University. And we can do that, the same things with you too. But the Southeast State University don't want to have more students now. They say, okay, 20 is enough because we have a quota and we cannot get from other countries too. They want to extend their relationship with other countries too. But yearly I am sending about 20 students to them.
Okay, so your average is 20?
20, yes, 20 with them.
Considering that we have less than 15 students in our industrial engineering department, adding another 20 would be good.
I was going to say,
We definitely
50
see value
is more with, I mean, 50 I think we can handle without much problem. I mean, that's when classes would start being filled and we'd have to start looking at additional offerings. So but especially if, and I don't know obviously what we can do on tuition, but it seems like you would need some minimum number of students to make agreements like that worthwhile.
At the beginning, maybe you need that, I think, because the budget for giving a scholarship, what is the range for you? Southeast State University is giving $1,000 yearly, and then the status of the students are changed automatically in state tuition. Is there any similar?
Can you repeat that?
Okay, Southeast State University gives to our students yearly $1,000 as grant. And then, according to the regulation, these students are counted as in-state tuition.
So they're paying for the difference between
yes, because I think you are applying in-state tuition or out of state. Do you have to or not, maybe?
So are they charged out-of-state tuition the very first semester they're in the program, or are they charged in-state tuition the very first semester?
At the beginning of the third year, I mean, after we sent to you as transfers.
I think what he was saying is they're charging an out-of-state tuition, but they're paying in scholarship the difference.
Plus $1,000?
Oh, I don't know.
My understanding is that so a student get $1,000 scholarship, and as a regulation, once the students get that $1,000 scholarship, they pay in-state tuition. That's
in that same semester.
In the same semester, right?
So just looking at, we've been looking at numbers. The in-state tuition for 15 credit hours at Sam Houston State is $52.41. And the in-state tuition for Southeast for that same number of credit hours is $3,900. So there's about a $1,300 difference, meaning we're less expensive than them. But clearly, if we charge out of state, now, and they're out of state for 15 credit hours would be $11,571. We would be $69.15. So our out of state is much, much lower than theirs. Because we have a very affordable tuition rate, it makes it challenging when these conversations come up. But we've been more flexible in recent years, and without a doubt. We have to weigh, and I'm being very honest because this presentation's been wonderful. I've learned a tremendous amount, and I think we want this partnership, very much so, and thank you for bringing it to us. We're in multiple conversations like this every day, you know, and that's great, that's good, it's going to change the university. We just have to figure out how to make it work and think about all of our partners, because usually one then becomes the model for many. So when we make this decision, somebody's going to point to it tomorrow and say, could we also do, we have to really be thoughtful. We do have now a scholarship that we used to only offer it in our neighboring state, Illinois, and then we offered it to 5 states, then we offered it across the country, and now we offer it internationally, and it's what we call the Achievement Award. So if the student has a 3.0, they can come, at your college, they can come here and get a scholarship that pays the difference between in-state and out-of-state. How many of the students who transfer do you think would meet that 3.0 requirement?
Okay, every year if you are sending 20 students, then you have to find $20,000 for them.
But how many of them have a GPA of 3.0?
3.0, okay, half of them.
Half of them?
Half of them, yes.
So half of them are fine, because half of them are going to qualify anyway in a program. But for us to get the number of students that we all agree would be a good number, we need as an institution to find a way to scholarship the rest of them. What if it weren't a what if it were a portion of out-of-state fees? So that we get them to at least, you know, in the neighborhood of that SHSU rate, which is $52.41. So what if instead of coming for, sorry I'm throwing out a lot of numbers, what if instead of coming for, let me round up, 7,000 as an out-of-state student per semester, because they could be at they could be at Sam Houston for about 5,000. So what if they could come here for that 5,000 instead?
And that's only half the students.
That's only
because
half.
About half would be coming in at
the 3,900.
Maybe we can begin at the beginning with less number. I mean, for example, first year, 10 students, or with 5 students we can begin. And we can observe how is going the procedures. And for example, Peter Cooper told me he has some friends from industry and he can get this grant without any difficulties. He has relationship. I mean, the chair of the department is important. Just you are finding some people who are helping them, but then you are gaining more. I mean, you are gaining 10 or 20 students tuition.
Yeah.
This is the
I know, yeah.
This is the business, you know.
This is the business.
Yeah. Is that a yearly? Is it 69 a semester?
And I think you would also have an assumption that if a student is in Turkey and they want to study in the United States, that they would have the finances anyway to be able to do that. And so I don't think what you're saying, because they're going to see a savings regardless, right? So they're going to see that, and they're going to have the finances. Otherwise, they won't get approved to come over.
Well, I mean, they'll have the varying levels. I mean, I understand their limitations. So, okay. I think
It's worth the conversation.
Yeah, I think we continue with the process of preparing the MOU, and if I would definitely start process of, I think this is going to be one of the less cumbersome articulation agreements to create because you're here. So if we could proceed with the articulation and the MOU, we already know half the students are going to come at the in-state rate. As long, now they do have to maintain a 2.75, well, under the US version at 2.75, so let's just go with that version for now. They have to have a 3.0 coming in and they have to maintain a 2.75 while they're here. My gut tells me if your curriculum is like others we've worked with, they're going to do fine. You've prepared them well to be successful here.
Yeah.
So.
I guess if you make 3 the entrance requirement,
Continuing with a 2.75 is, yeah.
well, that puts all of them in that scholarship area too, right? At least in that first year.
How does that sound to you?
I think it would be okay. I mean, Serkan will have a very high load to make.
Are you talking in terms of the tuition that they will be paying?
Well, just where we are in the process. Are we far enough along that we're committing to proceeding with an MOU?
Well, my only worry is the tuition right now. I think this is the only obstacle that we have in tuition. Because the economy in Turkey is not very promising, to be honest with you.
And other course is going very high in Turkey.
Right.
This is the problem.
But still, his program gets full students. If his capacity is 20 people, he gets 20 people every single year, regardless of how the economy is going. So he's fine, and our program will be fine too. But we just, just paying out of state tuition will make sense to anybody, because if they were ready to pay out of state tuition from the get-go, they would have come here from their first years. So we just have to justify that situation. I mean, the only worry is the in-state tuition right now, or the out-of-state tuition.
Well, and if we're going to get this program to succeed, then this could be very helpful for that.
But that question of if we are already a lot more affordable than Sam Houston State, is it the price point that's going to be attractive, that you can do it for this amount of money in a year? Or is it the label, you're going to do it at in-state tuition?
Well, it's the discount amount. If something is a price tag of $5,000, and if you're saying, look, that $5,000 is an affordable amount compared to other universities, people wouldn't be looking at it. But if you say, well, this is $5,000, but I'm making a discount of $2,000, and this is $3,000, then people will be interested in that offer. So it's that label that takes its
It's the percent off.
Right. I'm making a discount of $2,000. So this
and then that question of will I or will I not qualify for this scholarship may keep people away from pursuing the program as well. That we get all kinds of inquiries like, I would love to apply to you, but I need to know what kind of scholarship I will get beforehand. And if there's a little bit of concern about, we offered the Achievement Award to some if they qualify with a 3.0, and the others, well, we've got it.
But it was interesting. In Turkey, my student got about, some of them more than 3 point GPA.
On the US scale?
US scale, yeah. We have the same system.
Okay.
And but after they come here, they did very well, and their average GPA is about 3.5. I wondered, and I asked Peter, how is it going there? Because these students could get only 2.9 in Turkey, but here 3.5. He told me your system is different. We are giving assignments, quizzes, etc., but you are doing in the year only tests, and then the students are not preparing every day. They are just waiting the exam date, and this is the disadvantage. And therefore, we are changing our system too. Because, for example, I saw here the attendance plays also role to give some points, but in my university we don't give, and really we are very strong to
And
give
I think-
any high score there. And
That's
for example, you saw that it was 109 students at this moment at my department waiting to come here because they could not pass the exam, although they took summer courses. We are sending here the people who are doing well. This advantage, and I am sure they will get higher score than 30 if we are coming there. I saw this situation at my at StudentSuccess State University.
I regret that I have to excuse myself for a 3 o'clock meeting, and I hate that because this is a good conversation, so please don't let me stop it.
We have a 3-2, so.
This has been very informative, and I think you're helping us see a model, and you're teaching us, so you're here as a teacher.
Sorry.
You're not just here to share an idea, you're here teaching us.
This
So.
is my business card. Okay, actually, Serkan is here and we can make a connection. Also, this is okay. This is our security.
You're my good.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
At least through email. Which is awesome.
I apologize. Yes, thank you. So, but please, I think we should continue these discussions and
Yes.
plan on proceeding with the MOU as you
And
have,
yes, it is
as you have
important
outlined it. So,
because I will appreciate it if you prepare it
okay.
and give to Serkan because
Okay.
Serkan will come. You will come to Turkey, yeah, or not?
When are you?
Monday.
Oh,
So we're going to be doing stuff.
yeah, I don't know if we'll be able to get the president's signature by then.
Do you have the MOU with Sam Houston?
No.
I can leave this.
If you could share with me,
Yes, you can take all
will
of
you
that.
share with me that copy of the protocol too? Just so I can see,
Okay.
read
I
through
will
and
do that.
understand.
Uh-huh.
And then we will work on the MOU and I'll,
I could show it to him tomorrow. I see him tomorrow, so if you,
Okay.
if it works. Then.
okay, what time are you meeting with him?
Sometime in the afternoon.
Okay, good.
Okay, nice to meet you again.
Nice to meet you. Bye-bye.
Okay, I will leave 2 days later again to Southeast State University because I have something to do there. But I can sign later and send with Serkan to you.
Well, let's do this.
Today
Can
is
you,
22.
when we go back over there, I'll give you my card.
Okay.
And what I would ask for you to do is email me the copy of the one you've already prepared for Southeast, and let me go through it because we have our own MOU template
Okay, I
too.
see. Uh-huh.
And I'll kind of get the language in line to where our president is used to
I see.
looking at them, and do a few other, and then I'll share it with you.
Okay.
And then when we're both comfortable with like, okay, we can sign off on this, then we'll get the signatures going
Okay,
and
great.
all that.
Great.
And in the meantime, like, if you're comfortable sharing that protocol document, like
Yes,
I said,
I
I would love to be able to look at it a little
I will
bit.
share everything to you.
Okay, good.
Okay.